Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to path number 2 on 9.1.5. We are going to attempt the Pain Train, Power Build-Up, Heavy Baiter, Special 2 Bias and Piercing Pursuit path. The defenders are going to be Old Man Logan, Taskmaster, Archangel, Immortal Hulk, Hit Monkey, along with Apocalypse, ending up with Sandman as the boss. Now this path is pretty simple and straightforward. You can use literally any champion. I would say bring in any high damage champion or damage over time champions and they will work. Or you can also bring in your tech options because they get unstoppable whenever you use a striker. Also your top options in my opinion will be your future Ant-Man, Kate Bishop and Venom. And for your boost and masteries, I would suggest you to use like 10% or 20% boost here, whichever available, because the health pools are really big, so you need help with bringing them down. And the boss ally is going to be Craven, Shocker and Sandman. We're going to attempt Sandman, so let's jump into the path and check it out. The first fight is going to be against an Old Man Logan. I'm going to bring in a Lady Deathstrike ascended version of her. Now this fight is very easy. Just go ahead and evade all the specials. Both the specials are easily evadable. You will notice that there is going to be a charge with a cooldown for protection. So whenever there is a protection applied on Old Man Logan, the incoming damage is reduced by 10%. So if there are 10 charges, Old Man Logan will take 0 damage. The way you remove those charges is you bait the heavy attack from the defender and then you intercept it. So right here, I am just going to wait it out and I'm going to hold my block for him to throw a heavy attack. Just here, I'm waiting for it, and the heavy attack, I punish it and all of those protections are reset. So that's the name of the game. That's the whole path you have to run with every defender. You can literally use any champion in hindsight. If I had to do this path again, I would bring in Venom for this fight, or I will bring in Hulkling for this fight, or somebody like Star-Lord, or even a Guillotine 2099 will work. Hercules will be amazing also. Any champion that can either do loads of huge damage in one go, or you can do any damage over time champion, and you should be able to get through this part quite easily in the end. Now Lady Deathstrike is taking quite a bit of time. I've tried this fight again with the Venom and the fight was already over. So if you have other champions, you can use that. I've listed some options that I think will work here, so if you have those, you can try them out. Now the next fight is going to be against the Taskmaster, and this is like a really dumb fight because this takes so much time to kill off. So you really need the right champions here to bring in. So one of the champions that can work here is going to be your Magneto, because Taskmaster is going to be a metal champion. I am going to use a Kate Bishop because of her cold snaps are going to be passive. So I'm just going to keep the cold snaps up and he's going to die much faster. Another champion that should work here is going to be your Hulkling. Hercules should also do the same thing. Any champion that does not have damage over time and has direct damage effect should work really well here. Star-Lord should work great here, and also Guillotine 2099, if she's ramped up to 100 hits, she will also make short work of Taskmaster. Both specials are easy to evade. If you're not comfortable evading the SP1, get to the SP2 and you should be good. I'm just using a Kate Bishop here, and the cold snaps have already taken them down to 50%. So rinse and repeat that. Also, if the protection charges go way too high, just hold your block, let Taskmaster trigger a heavy, and then you can punish it right away after the animation. Then all of those protections will be removed and you will do 100% damage. Remember, for every protection charge on the defender, the incoming damage they take is reduced by 10%. So if they get to 10 of those protection charges, you are not going to do any damage to the opponent. So it's very important that you use interrupt their heavy attack while the animation finishes. Fight number 3 is going to be against an Archangel. I've brought in my trusty Ironheart. You can also use a Nimrod here. I've also tried Venom on this fight. He literally rips him apart. You can also use Hercules. You can also use Hulkling. To be honest, on this path, you can use any champion with some good damage that can do some big critical damage, and you should be good. Also, champions that have different kind of damage over time, they also work really well. The only thing you need to take care about is don't let those protection charges build up too much, because for every protection charge on the opponent, the damage taken by them is reduced by 10%. So if they get to like 3 or 4 charges, they are essentially reducing 30 to 40% of the damage. So you wait for the heavy attack and you go back in and you punish it, and then all the charges are gone. So yeah, that's pretty much about this fight. I would say Archangel both special are easily available, but SP2 is much more easily available because he just stays in his corner. There's no projectile. SP1 has a couple of projectiles that you have to evade. But other than that, quite easy, straightforward fight. Bring in your favorite nuking champions and you can nuke him off. Next fight is going to be against a Hulk Immortal. Bring all of your bleeders that are preferably skill champions like Nick Fury, Shield. All of these champions work really well. Blade and Venom is also another surprise package that works great on this fight with all of its bleeds active. Shang-Chi is another good one. If you don't have any of them, you can always hook this fight. And my favorite is going to be a Kate Bishop, because she can not only dish damage, her debuffs are passive also, so the defender takes quite a bit of damage. So you wait for the heavy attack and you retaliate to remove any protections, because for every protection charge on the opponent, they are going to get 10% reduction in incoming damage. So if they have 10 of those, you will do 0 damage. So you have to keep knocking down Hulk Immortal every now and then, so you can remove the protections and you can keep your damage up. And then you have a really annoying hit monkey. When you knock him down, you need to be careful about his evade and also his purify. And the rest is a pretty normal hit monkey fight. Just keep him to an SP1 and keep evading. I'm using a Hercules here, so every now and then I throw in an intercept and make sure that I have those extra feats of strength so I can do some more damage. So with hit monkey, just keep him to an SP1. Keep an eye on his heavy attack so you can retaliate on that, so you can remove those protection charges. And yeah, pretty straightforward fight. I do get hit a lot here, my mistake, but I was able to bring him down quite comfortably in the end. Other champions you can use can be your damage over time champions like Venom, Elsa, Kate Bishop. Actually, Kate Bishop will work really well because she will stop the evade. So there is another food for thought that you can use that champion here. So yeah, plenty of options available, and you should be getting through this fight relatively easy. If you're not comfortable hitting while he has his evades active, then just you can dance around until those buffs are removed from Hitmonkey, and then you can kill him off. But all in all, not really difficult. Just bring in any high strong special damage champion or high damage over time, and you should be getting through this path quite quickly. And the final defender is going to be a very beefy Apocalypse, so we are going to take down with Shuri. Now, in my defense, when I started this path, I thought you need only tech champions, and I brought a bunch of tech champions. If I would have known that it's not the case, I would have, or if I read the notes correctly, I would have just brought in like strong counters. Like for Apocalypse, I would have brought in a different champion that will do a lot more damage and will kill him off faster. But anyway, I've given you the options on the bottom right of the screen, so check them out, and I'll see you on the boss fight. The boss fight is going to be against a Sandman with Brain Drain, Double Down, Act of War, Clean State, Spectrator, and he's going to be super aggressive. Now this fight is all about bringing in champions that have bleed. So Sandman is immune to bleed, and because of that, when he renders you immune to bleed, whenever you will attack him, you're going to get a crit rate precision buff on yourself. That's going to increase your crit. So basically you'll be critting the whole fight. So you just need a champion that can sustain that, and just keep hitting Sandman, and you should be doing enough damage, including the crits. Some good options that I've given you already are going to be Kate Bishop, and there's going to be Nick Fury, Shield, Shang-Chi, Elsa Bloodstone, Gwenpool. I'm specifically mentioning skill champions that have easy access to bleeds because they make this fight much faster. Also, Kate Bishop's Cold Step is also passive, and she has a lot of weapons to deal with Sandman, even her evade. So she is also a great option. Look at that Sandman ticking away with two of those Cold Step charges, and just playing slow, and I'm able to take him out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you have any specific questions on counters or bosses, let me know in the comment section down below, and let everybody like the comment and upvote it, and I will get back to it if there is any questions. So apart from that, I'll see you on the next video on 9.1.5. So I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.